Hello there, Hartwell. Thanks for tuning in. Just been out at Perth Airport early this morning, done a really solid 2-hour session with the DSLR. That was a really great session, really rush hour here in Perth. Got around about 50 landings, about 5 takeoffs, so very much takeoff time of morning. And yeah, I think I might do another DSLR shoot, but I'm just recharging my battery at the moment, so I thought I would give this live streaming a go. I don't have any professional audio set up at the moment, so just straight out of the iPhone, so we'll see how we go. Possibly going to be a bit quieter time of day at Perth Airport now, the morning rush is over. I was hoping I was able to just affix a 3x telephoto lens straight on, but yeah, when you zoom, I think it loses a bit of the quality, so we'll see how we go. But yeah, the weather's pretty standard Perth summer weather. It's about 37 yesterday. I think it's about slightly cooler today, maybe around 32, 33. Yeah, currently 24 degrees at 9 a.m. So yeah, fairly normal Perth weather. We haven't had any rain in 40 plus days, I believe. So yeah, I'm going to Adelaide later in the week. So really got a few friends over there who have given me a few good tips of where to plane spot there. So definitely want to do a DSLR shoot there. But yeah, just experimenting to see how the live stream works. What I'd love to do eventually is kind of get my DSLR prepped for a live stream. I believe you'd have to connect it to your the computer to facilitate it. So it'd be quite a lengthy process. Oh, nice. I've seen 3 planes take off to Bali this morning. I've seen the CityLink A320. I think I've seen a Batik Air as well. And I've also seen a Jetstar. So 3 flights to Bali, all in the space of an hour or so. Just got the phone on the gimbal, so by all means let me know how the audio is sounding, how the quality is looking, if there's any lag or anything like that. It's definitely dropped off here at Perth Airport. It was pretty well takeoffs every second minute during rush with the FIFO rush, but now that's over, there's going to be a few less planes. Yeah, so it's been runway 21 this morning. So yeah, that's their preferable runway when they've got a huge amount of planes, just bam, 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 they all take off. Very straightforward. Personally, I prefer runway 3 because you get the landing right in front of you there. Then you also got the taxiway there. Some of the bigger planes need the full taxiway. Some of the shorter planes, some of the smaller planes taking off on runway 3, they don't need the full runway, so they take off halfway down. But yeah, I think we've got 5 people tuned in, so thanks very much, guys, at very short notice. But yeah, it's a fantastic outdoor viewing deck here in Perth. My personal favourite time is during golden hour. So the last hour, hour and a half of the day, fantastic. Tend to get a bit more international flights later in the day as well. Pity it's not open at night time. Perth Airport doesn't have a curfew, so there's another rush hour in the few hours leading up to midnight. Lots of flights coming in from over east. A lot of flights come in from Southeast Asia as well. And yeah, there's traffic pretty well through the night here in Perth. The last departure usually is a Malaysian Airlines A330. That usually takes off around 3 in the morning. Sometimes there can be quite a few Jakarta flights taking off around 2 o'clock as well. Your Singapore Airlines is about 1 in the morning. And yeah, you still got, also you've got cargo flights all throughout the night. Then morning peak pretty well starts bang on 5 a.m. Boca 100 Central here in Perth. The viewing deck opens at 6:30 in summer, goes through to 7 o'clock at night. But yeah, that 5 a.m. through to 7 a.m. is particularly busy time. Oh, we've finally got a little plane taking off here. Let's see what it is, maybe a Saab 340. It's just a real shame I can't just select 3 times telephoto zoom on the YouTube live stream. Maybe you can, I just don't know how to do it. Because yeah, if you zoom in, you're not actually getting that telephoto lens, you're getting a digital zoom. But yeah, this outdoor viewing deck can get absolutely packed, especially later in the day, especially if word gets around it's a runway 3 is in use. Generally thinking, I think you need northerly winds for runway 3 to be in action. You've got a cross runway here in Perth as well. I think it's runway 6/runway 24. Haven't seen much action there today, but there's one coming in now. Yeah, this morning it was just runway 21, bam, line them up one after another. That's cool, you're going to Bali in 2 days there, mate. I haven't been to Bali for a long time, probably over 10 years. It's only a 3-hour flight up from Perth. Not as many flights as before COVID, but there's probably still at least 5, 6, 7 a day. Mostly A320 aircraft, so nothing too exciting in terms of aircraft. Thank you for tuning in, Texify. Thanks for the clarification there. So yeah, I think a live stream will be doable in Adelaide. Big shout out to fellow aviation YouTuber Luke Crisp. He's given me a few good spots where I could potentially go spotting in Adelaide. I believe West Beach, there's a car park there, which is near Glenelg, so I might try that. What do we got taking off here? I think it's a 737. It was an A320. Oh, there's a retro route. I saw that land earlier. Very cool. Love the retro route. I think when I previously went plane spotting, I just missed it. It just landed. Are you guys hearing the audio okay? I do have a wireless mic that, you know, if I was more prepared, I would hook up. Just doing it straight out of my iPhone 13 Pro Max. Oh, it's good to hear the audio's okay. The image is probably a little bit grainy. If you're just streaming straight out of YouTube, the best you're going to get is 720p. It'd be pretty pointless trying to stream in 4K anyway. It would probably just chop out. Have you plane spotted from the runway 6? Have you, Leon? I think you can illegally park on the side of the road a little bit closer to the DFO, right in front of the runway there. A lot of people do it. Don't think you're supposed to though. If only iPhones are a little bit more up to time with Samsung Galaxies. S23 Ultra has a 10 times telephoto lens. That's very impressive. So yeah, that's what the other side of the viewing deck looks like. You've got Tonkin Highway over there, which is a main ring road or arterial road here in Perth. you wanted to go to the main international terminal, which is also where Virgin Australia Domestic is, you'd jump back on the Tonkin, and then that would go into Leach Highway. No, it's probably a 5-10 minute drive to the other terminal. Otherwise, yeah, domestic terminals just over there, the old Qantas terminal. There's a DFO factory outlet as well there now. If you want to do a bit of shopping, it's kind of handy if you're plane spotting. It's a great outdoor viewing deck, but there's nothing really in the way of facilities. So yeah, it's good to go over to DFO to break up a session, get something to eat, get something to drink maybe go shopping. Pretty cool. It's free parking here as well at the outdoor viewing deck, so you can stay to your heart's content. Yeah, I wonder how long it would take to walk from Redcliffe. 30 minutes, it's not too bad at all. I haven't used Redcliffe Station before. I've only got the train to the International, but I'm flying Jetstar on later in the week, so maybe I'll give it a go. Bit hard to see through the grainy image, but I'm pretty sure it's an Alliance Fokker 100. Fokker Central here in Perth. One of my all-time favourite planes, old Fokker 100. They're just so old school and they're so reliable, you know. You can see why they're the perfect match for the FIFO mining resources industry here in WA. Most of them are probably about 30 years old, but yeah, be a shame when they're finally disposed of one day. I think Virgin Australia don't have many left in their fleet. They're supposed to be retiring pretty soon. Old SkyWest Fokker 100s. Wonder if the old, the new Qantas Link A220 will make its way over west. I haven't really seen 717s here for quite some time. I remember flying one back from Kalgoorlie maybe about 4 or 5 years ago. But yeah, I don't think they're regularly been over here for quite some time now. Yeah, runway 21, it's always a little bit disappointing when you rock up and it's runway 21. But yeah, you just got to go plane spotting when you find the time. Definitely prefer runway 3. It's a little bit less tiring as well. Because yeah, I don't really... Yeah, I've seen a fair few A380s come in on runway 21. Usually they're well and truly stopped. Did see one do an aborted landing, but that was pretty impressive. It totally wasn't. There probably was a bit of wind shear, but I didn't really think it was going to happen. But yeah, runway 3 is easy. You just set the DSLR up on the camera, on the tripod, sorry. And then yeah, it's pretty steady movements to see the plane come in. Runway 21, when they're taking off, I'd take it off the tripod. It's too hard to keep up otherwise on a tripod. Then your arms and shoulders get sore, constantly filming planes taking off. Runway 21's pretty difficult for landing. If only they cut those bushes down right on the point of landing. Those bushes are pretty well in the way. Do quite like the approach to runway 24. It's pretty cool when they come in from behind the control tower there. Kind of looks like they're gliding down the Darling Ranges. It's just a pity that Virgin Australia terminal pretty well is in the way at touchdown. Maybe it was better before the Virgin wing was built. I can't really remember. Guessing it's the day that the Air Mauritius doesn't come in today, I guess. That would have been an interesting arrival for a bit of a quieter time of day. They used to fly A340s into Perth from Mauritius. I think it's A330, one of the newer ones now. Maybe a Neo 900, something like that. So most people have been here all day. People take their kids and that here, school holidays, that's really cool. But yeah, unfortunately, if they wanted to see lots of action, coming at 6:30 a.m. on open is your best bet. It will probably pick up again early afternoon as those flights from over east start arriving. Give those engines a bit of a warm up there, Virgin Australia. That's cool, Leon. Good to see so many people into plane spotting from a young age. Certainly a lot worse things you can be doing. It's a very enjoyable hobby for a lot of people. You know, whether if you're just starting out filming on a smartphone or you got a proper camera set up worth thousands of dollars, it brings enjoyment to a lot of people. My setup's pretty middle of the road. Got a Canon 250D. I use a 55 to 250mm lens. I got my camera about 6 months or so ago. It was on special for about $750, which is reduced from about $1,200. Now I took it overseas and got a tax refund on it as well, so it was closer to $700. So very good buy. And yeah, then you just get a tripod, $40, $50 from Officeworks, perfectly fine. So yeah, I think that's all I need for the time being as a occasional plane spotter. I'd be a bit worried having $3,000-$4,000 cameras. Yeah, well, what I'm using now, Leon, is a DJI OM5 gimbal, so a phone stabilizer. I think I paid about $200 for it. They're fantastic once you get set up, but yeah, they can be a bit annoying to tune in. Thank you very much for tuning in, Cole. It's great so many people are tuned in. It's a completely impromptu stream. I was really just trying to test whether it could work. And lots of people actually tuning in, engaging, so that's really good. I would love to use the DSLR in a live stream, but that would be absolutely phenomenal. Maybe if I can make it work by plugging into a phone to broadcast off the phone. I wonder if that could work. It'd be a lot easier than bringing a laptop with me. I'm not sure if many people have done live streams from Perth Airport before. It's a bit hard to believe why it isn't more common. There's certainly plenty of live streams over in Sydney, Sid Squad and that sort of stuff. Amazing live streams. Good live streams from Melbourne as well, Brisbane. So yeah, I got a solid hour of footage from this morning's shoot. Definitely going to make that a subscriber special, possibly the 1400 subscriber special. Though maybe I'll make it the Adelaide plane spotting. Maybe I'll make that the 1400 and this can be the 1500. By the way, stay tuned in coming weeks and months for that. Might not be too far away. I think I'm on 1,377 at the moment, so that's really incredible. Every single person who's subscribed, watched, supported the channel, can't thank you enough for making it happen. Yeah, I can't wait to travel over east again later in the week. Get plenty more flight reviews for you guys. A few train reviews as well. Lots of stuff coming up on the channel. want to see if that's a Nexus Airlines Dash 8 Q400. Or is it a Cobham? Nexus Airlines, for you guys who aren't aware, is literally Australia's newest airline. They've only been, well, they were previously called something different, but they were a very small airline based in Kununurra, I believe. But now they're operating Q400 flights. Bit of a milk run. Perth to Geraldton, Geraldton to Carafa, Carafa to Port Hedland, then Port Hedland to Broome. Then they have a separate run that goes from Broome to Kununurra and Kununurra to Darwin. So that'd be quite a flight review, wouldn't it? Quite a milk run, that one. Have been longing to, at the very least, fly up to Geraldton, give them a review, because I don't think anyone's done it on YouTube yet. Then I could try and get a QantasLink Fokker 100 coming back. That'd be really cool. But yeah, that's going to have to go on the back burner until I get back in a month or so time. But yeah, still very much want to do it. I think, Leon, you said you had about 126 subscribers. That's an incredible achievement for anyone on YouTube, let alone someone you're so young. So keep up the great work, and I'm sure more people will continue subscribing for sure. So yeah, we've got a runway 21 landing here. Obviously filming with the phone, so can't check flight radar 24 at the moment, so got no idea what it is. First guess is it's a Fokker 100. Let's have a look. I suspect so. Saw an Air North, I think it was an E70, come in an hour or so back. Must have been flying in from Kununurra. That was pretty cool. Yeah, pretty sure it's an Alliance Airlines Fokker 100, F100. I think we might be going to have a runway 21 takeoff pretty soon. Usually you can see the lights just popping through the trees as they barrel down the runway. Can be a bit tricky sometimes, runway 21 takeoffs. DSLR needs, a bit of time to focus sometimes, so you kind of got to have the camera ready, otherwise it's not going to focus in time. So yeah, I think we're in the south flow traffic pattern at the moment. So most of my plane spotting videos on YouTube have been this traffic pattern. So the planes are coming in from the east, runway 24, sorry. And yeah, runway 21 is being used both for departures and some landings as well. So yeah, it's a cross runway. Here we go, we've got one barreling down now. Let's see what we got. Good old 737-800. Sorry I didn't capture that very well. I think we might have another one barreling down. Maybe not. Let's see what it's doing. Looking like a Qantas 737. I think it's lined up. See how it goes. Do you guys just prefer it in the regular mode without zoomed in, or you want a bit more zoom in that comes at the cost of a grainy image? It's waiting for a runway 24 to clear. Should get all clear any moment now. Off she goes. I suspect it's a Qantas 737-800, but we'll soon find out. Pity I can't use the gimbal controls when I'm just streaming from YouTube. You've got to have the DJI app for that. I'm not sure if they incorporate that for YouTube yet. Here we go, we might have another one coming. I'm guessing it's a Fokker 100. Let's see how we guess. Do a little bit of zoom. Yeah, definitely a Fokker 100, I think. Thanks there, Leon. I think that was my best capture so far of the day. Well, for the live stream. Here we go, I'll just go around. We've got another one here. Probably a 737 or A320. Oh, Virgin Australia Regional Airlines A320. I think some of those are old Tiger airplanes. The legroom's pretty tight on those. Mainly for regional flights in WA. But I think they do fly them to Adelaide. QantasLink have a lot of ex-Jetstar A320s out here in the west as well. They're pretty tight legroom. Looks like we've got a turboprop taking off here, I think. Some kind of dash, maybe. Yeah, old runway 21, it's picked up a little bit now. There was certainly a bit of a lull there between about 8:45 and 9:15. I think it's a Cobham plane. Or National Jet Express, something like that. Could be an international flight over there, I reckon. I think AirAsia A330, I saw that come in. I think that's due to take off at 9:45. That could be pretty soon. Be sure to check out my AirAsia flight review. I took that exact flight. It's a red-eye flight, leaves about 2 a.m. in the morning at Kuala Lumpur, gets into Perth about 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. So be sure to check out that one when it comes out on Sunday, 5 p.m. Perth time. Big day Sunday actually, because I'm getting the overland all the way from Adelaide through to Melbourne. It's about an 11-hour journey if all goes to plan, although usually those sort of train trips do run late, so it could be a very long day. Hopefully I get into Melbourne at the 6:50 in the night, as advertised, so I can go to the tennis, but wouldn't bank on it. Gonna runway 24 landing there. Yeah, pretty sure that's AirAsia X, the white livery. It's a pretty cool livery actually. It's just holding short there. Old safety car gave me a hoot. The old kids are pretty well behaved here today, which is good. Come here late in the afternoon and they're all throwing rocks down the hill. Why they designed the viewing deck with rocks and that all on the ground? Kids throw them at the fence. Wouldn't think it would be that safe. Another runway 24 landing. To be honest, I actually probably prefer runway 24 if runway 21's in action in terms of landing. A bit easier to spot the plane on approach. See how they come in from over east, behind the control tower, over the Darling Ranges. You can definitely get extremely strong easterly winds here in the warmer months in Perth. If you've got a strong easterly the night before, you know it's going to be a scorcher the next day. Not too bad today. It's just a standard summer's day, low 30s. But yeah, they can get damaging wind gusts on the Darling Scarp up in the Perth Hills. It's quite common for severe weather warnings to be issued, even though it's not a storm or a rain event. And yeah, obviously they have to change flight paths and routes and that for that. Really, is Vietjet leaving? Is it flying to Adelaide or to Ho Chi Minh? Pity I don't have my DSLR out for that. Be awesome if I saw Vietjet take off. I think they've got A321. I'd like to do a review on Vietjet. I just don't like their website. Seems very clunky to me. And they make a lot of promises about dirt cheap fares, and then it's just very hard to navigate their website. Pity you can't fly the domestic leg to Adelaide, but yeah, good luck getting the regulator to allow them to sell that. as a foreign airline. Really don't know how it'd be that viable for Vietjet to fly Adelaide to Ho Chi Minh via Perth. Anyway, we've got Air Asia X A330 lining up now, so we should be ready to go for our first international departure live stream. Here she comes. That was a pretty good takeoff, I thought. Definitely rate the old Air Asia X. Pretty cool that you can fly up to KL on a budget carrier on a wide body. Get the seats down the back where it tapers off to 2 seats on the side. Can't go wrong. Malaysia Airlines fly a mixture of 737s and A330s, so no guarantee you'll even get a wide body on Malaysian Airlines. Batik Air are obviously 737 MAX 8s. They continue on to Auckland, believe it or not. Wouldn't mind trying the Batik Air flight to Auckland. It's a bit cheaper flying back from Auckland to Perth. You can get it for about $400, which is a pretty good deal. It's about $600 one way from Perth to Auckland though. It's only marginally cheaper than Air New Zealand from what I could see, which already charge a pretty steep premium. But yeah, Air New Zealand will be back to good old Wamos pretty soon, I believe. The 787 didn't last long back in Perth. I think it's like a global supply chain problem. Not being able to produce enough planes quick enough. Must be labour or parts shortage. Anyway, I thought it was a pretty good experience overall. I know it's a bit of a controversial airline, Wamos. People have very mixed opinions of them, but I thought they were fine. The thing is, I booked the flight knowing it would be Wamos Air. That's the difference, so I knew what to expect. If people just book Air New Zealand and then 6 months down the track they get told it's going to Wamos, then I can understand why they're a bit annoyed. Just checked my phone battery. In 56 minutes of live streaming, it's drained about 40% of the battery from 100% to 60%, so it's a pretty intensive process streaming. I've got a charger in the car, but you may very well need to hook up your phone to a charger while you do it. But you don't want to overheat the phone as well, so only if you're desperate. Air North at 10 o'clock. I presume that's going up to Kununurra and then on to Darwin. That's a flight I really want to do. Thanks very much for tuning in there, MCY squad. Appreciate that, mate. It's been a great morning here in Perth. Done the proper DSLR shoot between about 6:30 in the morning and 8:30. You know, the rush hour shoot. It's the first one I've done early in the morning here in Perth. Been stuck on the night shift and even the graveyard shift lately, so just trying to get here early in the morning doesn't usually work for me. So yeah, it's good to get here early in the morning rather than... I love doing it later in the day, but it's a good change here in the morning. I think that might be our Air North rocking up to the runway there. It's going to have to get a hurry on because we've got an approach on runway 21 coming. So yeah, I think it's probably an E70. Flown on the E190, but I haven't flown the E70. That's definitely one I want to do. I believe they're launching direct flights to Alice Springs pretty soon. Actually quite keen to check out that. My football team, the Fremantle Dockers, are actually playing a game over there. So could be keen to try Air North and see a Dockers game in Alice Springs at the same time. It's good they brought back the service because QantasLink haven't flown the service from Perth to Alice Springs for quite some time now. Suspect our landing onto runway 21 might have priority now. Yeah, it's just a pity they've got those trees there. Usually blocks the point of touchdown. E190, that's cool. Flew an E190, I think it was technically operated by Alliance Airlines, but it was in a Qantas livery, even though it said it was an Alliance operated flight. That was from Melbourne to Townsville. I love that flight. Love the E190s, really good aircraft. They're not very prevalent here in Perth, but I think there was a strike, a pilot strike was saying a couple of months back, and QantasLink brought some over as a contingency, but I think the strike was called off. But yeah, the flight still operated briefly for a week or so. I think Cobham or National Jet Express may have them over in the fleet here in Perth. I have seen E190s, but not in QantasLink colours. Virgin Australia used to fly E190s. I remember flying one to Adelaide. Just wondering if this is Batik Air. Saw Batik Air come in earlier. Yeah, I think it's Batik Air. Can't remember off the top of my head if it's A320 going up to Bali or whether it's 737 going to Auckland. Thanks for tuning in, Melbourne Flights Live. Just a bit of a impromptu live stream today. Did a proper DSLR shoot this morning. And thought, yeah, I'd just give a live stream a go, see how it goes. It's turned out to work quite well. It's just a pity you can't utilise the telephoto lens if you're streaming on YouTube from the app. It'd be better quality otherwise. I think the Batik Air is going to the gate. Maybe it came in on runway 24 and I didn't see it. But usually the international flights come on 3/21. Nice little aircraft here, maybe a Beechcraft or caravan, I don't know. Do you have a ETA on that Vietjet, Leon? Bit of a crowd assembled at the viewing deck now. School holidays. It's great free family entertainment. Can't go wrong. Plane spotting. Doesn't cost you anything. Perth is even public transport's free in West Australia in Perth until the 28th of January over the holiday period. So you can even get the train to the Redcliffe. I think this is a Cobham. Is our E190. Nice looking planes are Cobhams. I'm trying to work out if you pinch and zoom between, ultra wide and 3x telephoto, whether you get that digital cropping. If you just go straight to 3x, you don't lose the quality. But I think if you pinch and zoom, even if it's under 3x, I don't think you get the use of that telephoto lens. So yeah, it's a shame you can't, doesn't appear that you can pick the focal length when you're YouTubing from a phone. maybe there's an app or something you can use instead, but definitely going to work out, see if I can do that in the future. Because it actually looked quite okay on the 3x telephoto. Wouldn't look perfect, no DSLR, but it would look alright. Good old yellow safety car, very key feature here in Perth, always going up and down the side taxiway there. Another runway 21 arrival you can see there in the distance. No idea what it is. So yeah, the live stream's gone a lot better than I thought today. So I think it's definitely very feasible to potentially do a live stream from Adelaide, maybe on Friday evening. Maybe I just got to work out how to optimize the quality. I think that might be your Vietjet A321 there. So yeah, we'll see this plane come in, and then I think we've got the Vietjet A321 going off. I haven't been able to check the flight radar, but I suspect it's probably continuing on to Adelaide. There's two planes on the approach path there. So yeah, I'm not sure if Vietjet will be able to jump in or not. Might have to wait. I'm guessing it's a 737 or A320. Bit hard to say from here. Vietjet's not moving, so I think we're going to wait for this next arrival here. There's actually another 2 planes on approach now. It's a bit hard to see behind, but there is definitely another one on approach. So Vietjet might be waiting a little bit longer. Vietjet's coming forward now. I'd be surprised if we can get off but before this next arrival. Let's see what we... Another Qantas plane there. A bit hard to see whether it's a QantasLink A320 or a regular 737-800 from here. Well, we might get Vietjet now, if it's quick. Yeah, surely Vietjet's ready to rumble now. Yeah, Vietjet Air is barreling down the runway now. First time seeing Vietjet in Perth, so what a treat that is. Gimbal did a pretty good job with that one. Might have another takeoff here. Nah, it might have been a landing and we were distracted by Vietjet. Yeah, no worries, Leon. Thanks very much for tuning in, but much appreciated. And yeah, you have a good rest of your day. So yeah, I reckon the next takeoff I won't do any zooming at all, and yeah, we'll just see how it looks that way. And it's a little turbo prop, so it might be hard to see. Now we've got a jet aircraft coming down. Let's not zoom in at all, see how it looks. I think it's alright, still gives you a little bit of appreciation. Been doing this live stream for 81 minutes now, believe it or not. Surprised in the heat and filming such a long time. Surprised the phone hasn't overheated, to be honest. Must be getting pretty hot now, the phone. They're an incredible piece of hardware, the old iPhone. I've got a 1 terabyte version. Yes, it's expensive, the upgraded storage, but yeah, for a person like me, I need it. think we've got another one taking off here now. Good old Spirit of Australia, 737-800. Definitely in landing mode now at the airport. Planes come in quite frequently now. Anyway, we're 86 minutes into the live stream now. As another Qantas arrival comes in there. I think I might wind up this live stream now, even though it's really just been a test run to see how it goes and to test how a live stream could work. I think it's definitely worked out quite well. Quite a lot of people are tuned in, so I appreciate you guys tuning in at such impromptu short notice. But yeah, I think definitely potentially can do one in Adelaide. It's definitely easy enough to do one on the phone. You do sacrifice the quality, but the convenience is pretty good. So yeah, I might just review the footage, see if there's a possible way I can optimize the quality a bit more. Maybe I'll use a streaming software, something like that. But yeah, I think it's been a really good stream today. So with that, yeah, I think I'll do a second shoot later this morning while my camera's charging up. So yeah, for everyone who's tuned in, thanks very much for watching, and yeah, if you have enjoyed this impromptu video, do give it a like. Most importantly, if you do enjoy my content, if you haven't already, do subscribe to the channel and hit the bell button as well. Really appreciate it. But for now, until the next one, have a very good day, everyone.